Hello there, welcome back to Clues by Sam. We have a tricky one ahead of us today. If you don't know what Clues by Sam is, it is a logic puzzle game where you have 20 people on a board and each of them may give you a clue and you gotta use those clues without guessing to figure out who is a criminal and who is an innocent. And yeah, I don't see the clue for today. Let's start right away. Steve's telling us that both innocents in row 2 are Ethan's neighbors. So we know that row 2 has 2 innocents and both of them are Ethan's neighbors, which is here. So Gary is certainly a criminal. Now, Gary's telling us there's only one innocent to the right of Isaac. So we know that Isaac is an innocent himself. And we don't need this clue anymore. Now Isaac, and we know that one of these two is a criminal and the other one has to be an innocent. Now Isaac's telling us that Floyd has only one innocent neighbor. And we know that that neighbor is here among these two, so Ethan has to be a criminal too. Now, Ethan's telling us that exactly 2 of Olive's 3 innocent neighbors also neighbor Nancy. Nancy's here and she has 8 neighbors total, and 2 of Olive's here neighbors also innocent neighbors also neighbor Nancy. Olive has 5 neighbors in total. One of them is Nancy herself. One innocent is here and one innocent is here, so we have 3 innocent neighbors for Olive. One of them is here. The other one is here. And since all of Olive's neighbors are also Nancy's neighbors, Nancy has to be an innocent. Now, that also tells us that Thor is a criminal because the other innocent neighbor that Olive has is among these two. So we don't need this clue anymore. And Nancy is telling us that Xavier has more innocent neighbors than Katie. Where's Katie? I know it's alphabetically ordered, but I don't associate the names. Thor is telling us that only one of the 3 criminals neighboring Ethan is in column B. Column B is here. We know that Ethan has 3 criminal neighbors. And all the neighbors that Ethan has in column B are these 2. One of them is an innocent and Donna has to be a criminal. And we know that Ethan has another 2 criminal neighbors. One of them is here, so Floyd has to be a criminal too. And we don't need this clue anymore, but we know that Xavier has more innocent neighbors than Katie. How many innocent neighbors does Nancy have? We don't know that yet. Donna is telling us that the only criminal judge is below Isaac. So Isaac is here, and there's 2 judges here. One of them has to be a criminal and the other one an innocent, but we know that because of that, Lisa, who is a judge, is an innocent. And we don't need this clue anymore. But I'm gonna leave it there in case I need to remember that there's only one judge who is a criminal. Lisa's telling us that I was told, yeah, nothing that we need. Okay, so Xavier has more innocent neighbors than Katie. Xavier has at least 2 innocent neighbors. And Katie has Katie may have one here, But the maximum number of innocent neighbors that Xavier can have is 3 as well, if Zara is an innocent. Oh, Floyd's telling us something. There's only one innocent in between Zara and me. So we know that one of these two is an innocent. And we know that Katie can't be an innocent, right? I mean, Olive can be criminal. Let's think about this. I had to cut because my dog was asking to go out. There's only one innocent in between Zara and me, so one of these two has to be an innocent. If Olive is a criminal, Katie has to be an innocent. If Katie is an innocent, Jose is a criminal. Then that way Xavier could still have more innocent neighbors than Katie, because Katie would only have one innocent neighbor. If Katie is a criminal, both Olive and Jose have to be innocents. And this way, there's no way that Xavier could have more innocent neighbors than Katie. So Katie has to be an innocent. Olive has to be a criminal, and Jose has to be a criminal. Now, Katie's telling us that Steve has exactly 3 innocent neighbors. Where's Steve? Here. And we know about one of Steve's innocent neighbors and the other. So among these 3 people, there has to be another innocent. Jose is telling us that there are more innocents among judges than any other profession. There's 2 innocents among the judges. Let's count the other professions, shall we? Painters. We have 1 painter here. 2 painters. But the clue is there are more innocents among judges than any other profession. So one of the painters is an innocent and the other one is a criminal. Okay. Clerks. There's 1 clerk, 2, 3 clerks here. And we know about 2 of the clerks, and we can have the third one be an innocent too, because then there will be the same number of innocents in this profession. So Megan is a criminal. Now Megan's telling us, I should look at the other professions, right? So singers, we have one here. 2. So we know that Zara is an innocent too. Because of that, right? I'm gonna leave that for later. Let's go about teachers. 2 teachers, 3 teachers. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Zara has to be an innocent. That doesn't mean anything. How many singers we have that we already found out? Because if we had 2 singers in total and both of them were criminals, then there'd be no issue of there being more or less innocent neighbors, innocent people in the profession. So let's go to Megan's. Only one of the 5 innocents on the edges is in column C. Column C is here, and Xavier has to be an innocent because Ethan is on the other edge of column C and he's a criminal. Xavier doesn't tell us anything, but we know that there are 5 innocents on the edges, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people to figure out yet. 2 of them have to be innocents. And we know that Steve has 3 innocent neighbors. One of them is here, the other one's here, and the other one's here. This is 3 in total, so Zara is a criminal. See, I shouldn't have followed my flawed logic there, which I didn't. Zara's telling us now that Isaac has more innocent neighbors than Vince. Isaac has so far 2 innocent neighbors. Vince has 1. So Pam has to be a criminal, right? Because Isaac has 2 innocent neighbors. But Bonnie may be an innocent too. In that case, Vance could have Pam as an innocent neighbor as well. Oh, but we gotta count the innocents on the edges. We have 4 already. So if both Pam and Bonnie were innocents, it could be if Wally was a criminal. But we know for sure that Vance is a criminal, right? There's 4 people. 4 innocent people on the edges. Don't need this clue anymore. The only criminal judge is below Isaac. No need this clue anymore. There are more innocents among judges than any other profession. Do I have to look at that again? We have judges here as loofs. There's 2 sloofs. And only 1 painter. Oh, there's 2 painters. And one of them already is an innocent, so there can be another innocent painter. Bonnie has to be a criminal. Now, we have to have 1, 2, 3. We have 3 innocent people on the edges now. But now we know how many innocent neighbors Isaac has. Isaac has 2 innocent neighbors in total. So Vance has to have 1 only. So Pam has to be a criminal too. But we still don't know about Vance. Oh, there's two sleuths. If Vance is an innocent, Wally has to be a criminal because of the edge innocent rule. So we have 1, 2, 3. Oh, we need 2. So Vance has to be an innocent. And Wally 2. So total 5. And then Ruth has to be a criminal. This is it. A tricky one in less than 16 minutes. And I had to stop because of my dog. So I am pretty proud of that. If you got to here, thank you so much for watching. I am hella tired because it's Friday night. I had very little sleep, but I hope to see you tomorrow so we can solve Saturday's one. And thank you for watching.